G'day guys and girls, welcome to our very first What Tradies Want Myth Breakers, and we're here with Andrew. Hey Andrew, how you going, buddy? It feels weird calling you Andrew. Bogues, as everyone knows him as. But mate, working with the construction team, you guys do a range of massive projects. So we've actually worked together with the boys a few years back. So tell everyone what kind of sites that you guys normally work on and kind of projects that you do.
Well, basically we do a lot of architectural building, so quite modern homes.
Lots of big steel and...
Lots of big steel, concrete, a lot of fine detail. Multi-level. All that kind of stuff.
Perfect, perfect. So look, with this Myth Breakers, we've actually got you into the BACKPRO tool bag or nail bag. Mate, how have you found it from putting it on for the first time? You've been wearing it now for, I guess what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks.
Pretty much Monday to Friday?
Yeah, every day, unfortunately.
Yeah. So what were your initial thoughts when you first put it on, strapped it on? How did it feel compared to your previous nail bag?
Well, when I first saw it, if I was being honest, I was a bit like, oh, it might look a bit too big, bulky, but once I started wearing it and putting it on, it actually was really comfortable.
Perfect.
So I thought it would be heavy, but the padding and the breadth at the back kind of made it feel lighter than it actually looked.
Yeah, cool.
Which was which was a bonus.
Awesome. I guess we had a couple of comments that the belt itself looks similar to a couple of other brands that were already out on the market. I guess the breaking and the myth comes down to the amount of science and testing that's gone into this nail bag to get the independent accreditation from the Australian Physiotherapy Association and the Chiropractic Association. And that weightlifters style support at the back is one of the key parts that I think's really worked into that. So how did you feel putting in the days? Have you been up on roofs or?
Yeah, mate, I've been on roofs, I've been crawling around, you name it, I've been doing it.
Perfect.
So look, it's always difficult with having a lot of tools on you all the time. So anything that feels comfortable is a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. And look, we've got this brand new, this one's literally just arrived this week, so you've only had this one for 3 days. But prior to that, you had the larger bag and the smaller one. So how did you work with those initially?
I thought I'd go for the smaller one off the bat, thinking I wanted to compact everything. But I kind of felt like it was a little bit too small. Being a chippy, I know each trade needs different tools. So then after sort of 3-4 days, I went to the bigger bag. And I much preferred that. But I would say I'm not a huge guy, so I kind of was looking for something in the middle, and then you brought me this one. So this is the one I would run personally.
So guys, what would you normally carry around in your nail bag or your tool belt on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I pretty much just wear your standard chippy stuff, your chisel, your tape, hammer.
And there's also the slot on here for things like your crowbar or your little cat's paw or things like that. So.
Yeah, that stuff is really good. The little eyelets that they have all around the bag, which are quite good with the little clamp clips that you can get, is really handy for your ear muffs or whatever other stuff you want to add on.
Perfect. So the extreme harness is obviously an important part of the whole sort of outfit. How do you think that affects, I guess, the weight distribution when you are sort of loaded up carrying quite a bit of stuff?
I find it really good, like comfortable. I've had back surgery, so for me I have to wear it basically. A lot of people are scared off by it. I think maybe they think it might irritate them maybe by rubbing or whatnot, but it's actually surprisingly better, and everyone that tries it on actually enjoys the weight lifted off their hips. So it's up to...
I guess that's where the testing and this sort of whole redistribution of weight has come in, and finding where those pivot points were and supporting those areas. So.
I tried the belt actually without this, and it was surprisingly better than most other ones that I've used over the years.
Okay, cool.
So if you are one that just doesn't want the strap, I would actually say it's one of the better belts to buy.
Perfect. Well, what they've actually changed is they've added in a special sort of foam layer in there, which they're the only ones that do that. So that's where I think that next level comfort's coming from. So it's pretty cool. So, Bogues, how long have you been a chippy for?
15 long years.
Wow, so I imagine that you've worn quite a few different bags or belts over that time.
I have, I've been through a few, mate.
Cool. So have you worn anything, or have you sort of found anything that's been similar to the BACKPRO across your time?
I did have a bag with the harness previous to this. I would say this is an improved version. It is more comfortable, I will definitely say, and having the option, the other one, what didn't allow me to have so much versatility in what tools.
Move things around.
Not as well. It was more clip based, so that was a big bonus.
Yeah, cool.
And look, it definitely feels less weight off my hips, without question.
So folks, thanks so much for getting involved and trying out the BACKPRO Toolbelt. Been a big success and obviously quite different, so I think we can consider that one myth broken. And for everyone at home for watching, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you stay really safe on site and we'll catch you soon.